guys, welcome back to our channel. So last week we encountered a hurricane. I mean, yeah, it was insane. It was crazy. Austin and I have never experienced a hurricane, which
let alone have a boat experience a hurricane or anything similar to that.
Especially the day we were closing, the hurricane was announced that it was going to hit where we are.
Yeah, so as we said in the previous video, is what happened was Hurricane Matthew was kind of hovering over the Bahamas or that area, and they thought it was going to go east and get pushed out. Well, it turns out that we had a 5% chance of getting hit or something less than that. It just kept making its way west, and it turns out that we were going to get hit.
Yep, that 5% turned into a 95% chance that turned into, yep, you guys better lock up your houses and just start praying because it's hitting you. So, I mean, we were very nervous because we had just purchased our boat. We just closed, and then it was just announced that hurricane was going to hit us, and we were so stressed. I know I was definitely stressed because...
Tell the camera what's up.
So we just had a hurricane meeting because there is a hurricane coming towards us. And they went over procedures, evacuation procedures, all these different things, procedures of tying up your boat, what you should do, if you need to leave, you should probably leave now. Yeah. I'm not very in a good mood. I'm a little stressed, but it's okay. So I'm just right now getting everything ready to go because we're going to be packing a few things and taking off because we're not going to stay here during the hurricane. This is our home now, and
yeah, everyone was referring to this as the 100-year storm, and we're like, you got to be kidding me. I mean, this boat's been sitting here, 3 or 4 years, and the week after we buy it, this 100-year storm rolls through.
It's crazy.
I mean, it was...
Talk about bad luck. I mean, I don't know. Someone told us that since we brought bananas on the boat, it caused this storm because of bad luck. So
we're gonna stick to that.
We're just gonna stick to that. No more bananas on the boat, guys. The storm was announced, and we did not think about ourselves at all. We thought about solely our boat. Like, that's all that was on our minds. We didn't even think about where we're gonna stay. We had no plans that didn't even come to our mind. We were just like, what are we gonna do to make sure that our boat is okay? Good morning, guys. So last night it was pretty windy. We got woken up several times really early, like 4 in the morning, by these crazy alarms on our phone that were alerts for the hurricane. So that was a little bit scary to hear your phone go off for a hurricane. Not something I've ever experienced in Arizona. I mean, experienced Amber Alerts and dust storm warnings, but this was like a freaking crazy thing that went on our phones, and both of them were loud. But it's pretty scary. It's really dark out there, and it's very eerie because you can just tell something's brewing. So what was really nice is our neighbors, Rhonda and Bruce, which they are such amazing people, they thought about us and they kind of made arrangements and came over and kind of told us the deal. And another couple that is here at the marina that have a boat, their name is Breck and Pat, which is another lovely couple that we're so happy we met, allowed us to stay at their house. Rhonda and Bruce, they came over, told us the plan that was going on, and we definitely accepted because we didn't have any other plans. But before we left,
we had a lot of things to do.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a little terrifying. I've never been in a hurricane. I don't really want to go through a hurricane. I mean, we did just purchase the boat. So, I mean, I hope all goes well.
Everyone on our dock, they all are pretty much live aboard, so everyone was planning and preparing for the storm. What's, one thing that we've learned is that when you're on the dock or you're out, don't be afraid to ask people for help. Don't be afraid to go around and talk to people and say, hey, that looks really interesting. How are you tying your boat up? What, you mind, come take a look at how we're tying ours up. Can you give me any pointers or anything? There's been people here who've experienced 6 or 7 hurricanes.
Yeah, I think you'd be really surprised on how many people are willing to help and give their advice. I think that, at least for us, we were very fortunate to be placed on the dock that we were. I think it was really meant to be because the people we've come encounter with are so nice and helpful. I mean,
Definitely.
they will give their advice and help us out without us even asking. They see that we're doing something, they'll come up and ask if we need help, which is really good. But that kind of goes back to tying the lines and stuff.
Yeah. So basically what happened was the storm was coming over the stern. The issue was the boat hitting the dock, not necessarily the winds coming from the bow and pushing us away from the dock.
Yep. So we had 3 bow lines, and then we had 3 stern lines. We also had 4 spring lines running aft from the bow and the stern.
To top that off, we also took spare anchor rope, and I basically made a spider web through every cleat on the dock, both sides of the docks, and then
it was crazy
and then
looking.
every cleat on our starboard side of the boat. So
talk about going the extra mile. This guy definitely did it.
Well, I wanted to disperse the load, so we could always have something that basically is a safety, and this was our safety.
Windy. It's really creepy out because when you know there's something coming, it kind of freaks you out. Yeah, it's very ominous. Ominous. It's very ominous.
The real issue that we were encountering was they were expecting a 9 to 12 foot storm surge.
Rake the coastline across most of eastern Florida and then Georgia and then South Carolina. More than 12 million people are under hurricane warnings. A mass evacuation is now underway. 4 states ordering evacuations: Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas. Florida already seeing rain bans and...
So this was like the biggest problem for us because the pilings over here, even though it's a floating dock, the pilings
are only
at high tide. The other day, there's only 6 feet of piling left. So if we had a 9-foot storm surge at high tide, then all the docks are going to be coming off the pilings and all the boats, and then, they set back on the pilings, all the boats. I mean, everything gets destroyed.
It would have been washed up on shore. All of our boats would have been washed away, and it would have been a disaster. So after we tied the boat up, we had to say goodbye to the Mermaid. Alright, here's the stuff that we're bringing. Not that bag, that's just empty. So I'm going to go pack the car before it starts raining, and that was really sad. I was really sad saying goodbye. I didn't want to say goodbye, but Austin's like, this is not gonna be very safe, so let's not stay on the boat. Let's go to where people offered us to stay. And so we packed up and we headed out. She's a tough girl, so bye-bye.
So we went to the safe location, and basically we're just gonna wait out the storm.
What's going on?
Drink wine.
Yeah.
Hurricane's about to come.
Alright, I'm coming to you live from Sailingsaltymermaid. There is Hurricane Matthew coming towards us. The winds are picking up. Like I said, as you can see, nobody is outside their houses. They're all boarded up. And now all we can do is wait. Again, I'm coming to you live from Sailingsaltymermaid, and this is Hurricane Matthew. I'm out of here. It's a little bit pouring out, but as you can see, it's not too bad. I'm getting soaked, I can't see.
It's a bittersweet when you did all you can to tie up your boat, and you have to just leave it, and you hope that what you did was the best that you could do. But anyway, so we went to the house, and
Breck and Pat and Rhonda and Bruce, they were so hospitable and just really helped ease our nerves. I think that was the best decision we could have made, is going to their house, because I think if we would have been in a hotel, we would have been so stressed out and not they really helped ease our nerves. We got updates from the marina from people that actually stayed on their boats. There's just a couple of people that actually were like, nope, we're going down with their boats if something happens. So they kept on getting updates.
Everyone was hoping that their boat didn't get destroyed and that the storm didn't cause damage on the boats. And that's exactly what happened. What happened was the storm was moving faster than predicted. When it hit us at exactly low tide. So it basically, the storm surge acted as if it were high tide. So
Yeah.
none of the boats got damaged. There were a few boats that came broken loose and they just kind of rattled in the docks, but
Yeah.
there was nothing that was significantly
yeah.
damaged.
There was nothing that was detrimental to
Yeah.
anything. So the storm hit us. Austin fell asleep. I couldn't sleep because I was too involved in the storm, and so the power just went out. And I think the transformer box just blew up. And I'm over here in the dark, but I'm prepared with my headlamp. I've got shoes. Everyone's sleeping, but not to me. Not the broadcaster, Nikki. The power goes out. I hear this like big electric pop, and I see like lightning. I don't know if it was like electricity.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, Nikki's got this. So I got my headlamp on. I was so excited to use my headlamp, which is really weird in this circumstance. I just got like a kick out of that. So I was annoying Austin all night. Coming to you live. Austin. Austin. I think the transformer just blew up.
I told you that the transformer did.
It's a transformer. My headlamps because the power was out. My nerves are going. I'm like, all right, what's going on? What can I get on footage? But it was too dark. I tried to get stuff outside. It just wasn't working out, guys. So I apologize for that.
So the storm passed, and the next morning we were all extremely eager to figure out what happened to the marina. You know, how were the boats? How'd everything turn out?
We couldn't get back to our home.
A-okay,
It
yeah.
was so hard.
So the next issue that we ran into was the fact that when they put a curfew in the town. So when there's a curfew, you can't get in or out.
Alright, we're trying this again because last time the roads were still closed. So now we're going to try it again and hopefully we can get back to the boat. That's our fingers crossed.
Line is over there. So I can get trying to get people back to
You're
the
not
marine.
joyriding, are you?
Huh?
You're not joyriding.
Oh
are you?
no. No. We're trying to get these people back to their home
Where at?
in the marina. City.
So we couldn't get back in the city.
Yeah, they had roads closed off because of flooding.
They don't want people, running around when there's down power lines and there's, trees in the road and there's, people can get hurt and things can happen. So we ended up sneaking around that and we got back.
Took back roads, guys.
Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Exactly.
So we drove back and then to find that our salty mermaid was okay and we were so happy.
Unharmed.
Oh, it was so great. It was one of the best feelings to just see her, and we checked everything. Austin went inside to make sure nothing was wrong.
No leaks.
No sinking, which is...
No full builds, nothing. I mean, we're rock solid.
I was so happy to see her and just get back to my home. Hey! Thank you. Everything seems to look okay, so the mermaid still stands or floats. Home, because this is our home now, and we can say now that we've been through one hurricane. What's the odds of that? We are new boat owners. We haven't been in this long, and we're experiencing a hurricane. So we made it out. The Salty Mermaid proved that she is a rock solid girl, and so
that's a wrap. So we're back to more repairs.
There's so much, but Austin's figuring it out. I'm really proud of him. He's been working his butt off. It is what it is, when you buy an older boat, you run into repairs, and we're not really hiring anyone to do any of the work, so it's kind of just trial and error. And it might take us a little longer than, when you're hiring someone, but that's okay, because when you're out at sea, you don't want it to not know anything.
Yeah, we're really excited to get the process rolling.
Yeah.
We're going to be setting sail fairly soon. We still have some more things. We have some more bright work we want to get done, and a couple more repairs that are kind of a big deal.
We're trying to get everything done as soon as possible and as fast as we possibly can. I think every day we have a list of what we're doing, and we work so hard every day. If you guys want to see more of us, we're trying to get more into the social media aspect. It's very hard, I'm telling you. It's very difficult, and I'm not trying to rant right now, but we are trying to. But you can catch more of us on our Facebook page, and then also we have Instagram, and all that will be linked down below. So if you guys want to catch more of us, definitely check out those links. And we really appreciate all you guys' comments and all the support we've been getting getting from you guys. So we just want to thank you guys.
Yeah, we read through each and every one of them, and we really appreciate all the nice comments and the positivity and the encouragement that we get. So
thank you guys. We'll see you guys in our next video. Bye.